Before we get into today's video, I need to remind you all, it's only entertainment, guys. You do your own due diligence, all that good stuff, not a financial advisor.
Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.
What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope, of course, you are all friggin' well. This video is coming to you on Sunday. As most of you should know, it's a 4-day week in the USA market, and I'm actually going to take this opportunity to only take 3 videos out this week. It's my anniversary. My wife has stuck me for 4 years. 4 happy years, guys. Time has flew far, far too quick. And the video, we actually covered this one last week. It is American Battery Metals, ticker symbol ABML. And the reason we're covering it again is because we talked about a few things. There's been an update since then. And also we talked about price action and the chart movements and what could happen. We were right on a resistance within a channel, and if we fell through that channel or went above that channel, what would that mean? Well, we've got an update. But before we get into all of that sexy stuff, guys, can I please ask you to like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. Doing really, really well. 1.7 thousand people now subscribe to the channel. I really am mind-blowing, and thank you very much for that. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, guys, so in the last video we talked about the channel that we were kind of in. We didn't want it to fall below 210. We were looking at the signs. It was rather bearish, but we were sort of saying, look, we're in a channel, fingers crossed. I'm going to load up a bit more in case. I did that, stuck to the plan, loaded up a bit more, and unfortunately, guys, we fell below. Not being the greatest week for ABML. Let's have a look at the charts. We were talking about this channel that we were in. We didn't want it to fall below this year. It did, and it did quite hard, guys. If we actually look at the percentages, roughly down in and around 16% on the week. And if we just look here, even you can see 15%. So not great, guys, not great at all. If we go back to look at the charts now, guys, we can see, we can just delete this channel because it is dead as a doornail, guys. It's gone. So you can see here what we were hoping for was volume, an increase in volume to get the thing going. I did say that it was all about the volume. If we didn't get the volume, we weren't going to go, and we didn't get the volume. You can see here, guys, the last time we had a good bit of volume was in and around the 24th of May. So well over a month ago, and the volume is just slowly but surely started to taper off. Now we've got a wee bit of volume. Actually, the day after I did the video, there was an initial bounce, if you want to call it a bounce. I'm not sure if you would want to call it a bounce, but we did get a bit of a jump, about 2% on the day, and I thought maybe potentially we were going to get the rise that we hoped for, but we didn't, guys. It's tanked hard. So what you'll see here is my EMAs. You'll see the 100 moving average and you'll see the 200 moving average. You can see here, guys, we're about right on the 100 moving average. So again, squeaky bum time. We'll see what happens. But failing that, the next one is 155, guys. The reason I don't do a 50-day moving average on this one is because my intentions with this is long, guys. So I'm interested in looking to see how the last 100, 200 days are going. And I'm going to be using these as my indicators then for my next buying opportunity. As everybody should know, this is a long hold. I'm in the process of very much building my position. So you've got to look at it this way, guys. Wouldn't it have been lovely if it shot up? But it doesn't really matter, because if my intentions are to hold this long term, ideally the lower it gets, the better. And I know people don't want to hear that, and I don't like that mentality. But if you have that mentality, guys, I don't want this to 20x now. I want to get as much money in, keep doing the right catalyst, show me the financials, showing the progress. You're getting bigger as a company and everything's looking good. But ultimately, I don't really want the price to go too much, because the bigger it gets, the less money I can get in, and then it'll 20x. If it's going to do what I hope it's going to do, I ideally want to be right in there and get as much money in and slowly but surely just go up. I don't want any mad swings in this here, because I do believe it could really, really hit the moon. So guys, I'm not going to talk anymore about where my next entry point is. You know what I'm trying to do. We've just fell below the previous one. We've got the EMA here going. I'm looking for the next one. I'm not looking for an entry point. I've just topped up. I will be waiting and monitoring this closely. But I know in the back of my mind what I'll be looking for once it gets down to like the 160 mark. If it gets down to the 160 mark, then I will be looking to, right, when's my next entry point, and I'll keep you posted on that video. So how is that done to our technicals? We looked at this, and again, high level, guys, take it with a pinch of salt, but we had a big tank on Friday, 6.5% down. Still on the month, it's looking like a strong buy neutral. However, guys, where the picture has changed is the weekly chart. Neutral, sell. Not looking too good, guys. And on the daily chart, it's even worse. Strong sell, sell. The story's changed. We know how all this works. So on the daily, grim, downwards week, it's going to pull it down. This will come to you pretty much a week after the last video. It was bearish then, it's looking even more bearish now. But again, guys, we talked about all the catalysts. I'll share the link here. Go in, listen to why we're so excited about ABML and why we believe ABML could be a big multi-bagger in the next 5-10 years, guys. So we're going to look at the article. So in the previous video, we talked about the big site, the 13.5 acre land that they were looking to get. American Battery Metals Corporation completes the purchase on property located in Tahoe Reno Industrial Park. So we talked about they were looking like it was about to go through. Well, it is done, guys. This came out in July 1st, only a couple of days ago. So it's in the process of changing its name. We know about that. Completed purchase of 13.8 acre property located in the industrial park. Slated to serve as a potential location for the battery charge facility. This site is part of the plan to support ABTC, which is going to be the new ticker symbol, guys. Battery recycling pilot plant. And again, for those people new to the channel, Battery Metals, through the utilization of innovative extraction technology, setting itself apart. The organization's technology platform does not emit air toxins and eliminates water pollution. This is why we're in. We want a battery recycling company. That's the big catalyst. But even within that, they're doing something different, guys. No emissions. Biden's in there. He's rock hard. He's saying, I want good green energy. I want things for the future. BML, American, guys. They might as well just have a big freaking promo guy. Get Bruce Springsteen singing. Big American brand. Big future. This is what you want. You want this company on your portfolio, especially if you're looking at taking on some high risk ones for the future. This has got to be part of that portfolio, guys. In my opinion, do your own due diligence. The purchase of this site marks another key milestone in our progress reports towards building and constructing our battery recycling pilot. Big Doggy says, guys, we have an excellent team managing and designing the construction of our plant and storage facilities, and they will always work hard to optimize project efficiencies and cost. To this end, in order to enable a continuous and fluid construction effort, our team will intentionally begin site grading operations only after both the final mass grading permit and core shell building permits are approved by the city of Fairleigh. Now, we talked about the permits and all that. Foregone conclusion, guys. There'll be no problem getting that through. But it's another milestone. Don't think it'll affect the share price when it goes through. It'll be another milestone. And this news, the reason why the share price is maybe tanked and the reason why it hasn't risen is purely down to this has all been baked in. We knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. We talked about it in the previous video. I said there was no reason why any of this won't happen. It'll be the same for the permits. They'll go through fine. And again, I don't expect anything to happen with the share price. It's all being baked in. And here's the thing, guys, not to dampen things even more, but they're not just going to flick a light switch and the site's going to be built. As they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. There's no way this is all going to be in operation. And it's a pilot plant, bear in mind as well. Pilot plant, which doesn't mean full bells and whistles, we're ready for making big revenues. It's a pilot. So bear that in mind, guys. Long hold, can't emphasize that enough, guys. The longest hold you've ever had in your life. Investors Observer then reported American Battery Metals ABML shares decline after Nevada property purchased. And just like most of the articles on Investors Observer, clickbait doesn't give you any information, nothing that we haven't already covered, but I've given my thoughts on that already. So that's the video, guys. ABML. I love American Battery Metals. Yes, it's unfortunate that we fell out of that channel. It is what it is. It's still quite bearish out there. We did talk about all that in the previous video. I'm just giving you, I'm trying to give it to you straight, guys. We were in a bit of a channel with below that channel. You know what I'm saying could possibly happen going forward. If anyone is like me and they're still phasing in their money, they're still trying to open up their position, they've swung out of it over the last sort of few months of the uncertainty. You're in an okay position. We'll use the next resistance. That's where I'm going to be topping up, as I stated. For anybody else that's got, maybe their full amount and they don't want to add to the position, that's also okay, guys. You don't need to panic. You just need to remember it's a long hold with plenty of catalysts that could get this thing going. Whatever short-term volatility over the next few months, 6 months to a year, it's really irrelevant. If you're buying into ABML, you should be buying in for the long term. Just a summary of what the goals are here. Mostly you're doing battery recycling. EV plays are only started. The lifespan of a battery, then they get it and then they recycle it. So bear in mind, guys, we are in really early doors. There's other things happening within ABML. Of course, they will make profit and stuff like that, of course. However, the real catalyst that I'm invested for is ultimately 5, 8, 10 years away. So just bear that in mind. Bit of volatility now, I'll be buying more. And then once I reach my full position, But that's not, oh, that's the end of it. I will just continue to monitor it and I will continue to add over the years to come. So that's my thoughts, guys. No, nothing to panic about. I'm not worried about ABML. I love the stock. It's high risk, but I love what they're doing. I love what they're trying to do. And I'm really, really excited about it. Guys, I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Who's holding? Who's buying? Who's getting gape? Who's leaving? You know, there's plenty of different ways to play this one, guys. You know my way. I'll keep you up to date with it. So it's important to hit the like, subscribe, alert button, all that good stuff. I'll keep you up to date on the next ABML news. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Something that happens by chance, I think not.